Hi, I'm Colonel Joe Schweickert, Commander of the 129th Regional Training Institute. On the full-time side, I'm the Director of Human Resources. I've been in the Guard for 27 years, and during that time, I spent most of it as an M-Day officer, Air Defense, with 1st 202 ADA. I was the Operations Officer, Intel Officer, Battery Commander, and then on the full-time side, I've been Director of Family Programs before I got into Human Resources. For me, the most memorable moment was definitely my deployment to Afghanistan. Working with the Polish and the Afghan forces, the 10th Brigade, dealing with the different cultures, dealing with the different people there, seeing that we're making a difference in the lives of some of the Afghan citizens that we dealt with, really was a challenge for me and a great opportunity. I've also had some great memories with the units I've served with, units I've been in command of in the past. Also had a great opportunity serving as President of the National Guard Association. I would say my biggest piece of advice is to be a continuous learner. Constantly read, develop yourself, learn more, not just about your technical skills, but about the military, about current affairs in the world. The military is rapidly changing, and just like in the civilian sector, a lot of the jobs that you're doing now won't exist in 10 years. And the jobs that you're going to be wanting then don't exist now. You have to be learning about what's changing. In the civilian sector, we go through the same thing. People constantly have to learn new skills. That said, I would say we can train a lot of the technical skills, but you have to learn leadership through experience. So look for opportunities where you can serve as a leader, whether it's in your military career, your civilian career, or getting involved in community organizations, military organizations. I've been on the board for multiple organizations, not just NGAI, but also within human resources and with rural mental health. Every organization I've been on, I've learned more about people and learned about how to lead an organization. As I mentioned, I was M-Day for most of my career, over 15 years, and I would say number one, you have to take care of your civilian employer. They're the ones that pay the mortgage as much as we enjoy doing our military job. The biggest thing is keep them informed, make sure they know what your military requirements are. Focus on that job, develop yourself for that job, but don't put off drill until the weekends. We've got stuff that we have to do constantly. One of the things I did is even when I was an M-Day officer, I was contacting my unit at least once a week. It was almost like school. You have to set aside time for your homework. So I would set aside one day a week for guard stuff to kind of get caught up, call the unit, find out what's going on. Then that night I would do any online courses or whatever had to be done to prepare myself for the next drill. But you can't wait for an entire month. There's too many things going on. You need to stay in touch on a weekly basis. But in the long run, you've got to take care of your civilian job first. Being involved in professional organizations helps you to develop as a professional. It helps you to see the big picture of the organization. We all get caught up in our day-to-day duties, but being involved in these organizations, whether it's NGAI or NAUGUS or whichever, helps you to see the military as a whole. You get to work with people from different units, different organizations. We're a joint force, and that is the future, is being joint. I can say that most of the people on the Air Guard side that I work with now, whether it's in human resources or when I was doing family programs or in Dom Ops, are people that I first met either serving on the board with them with NGAI, or I met them at an August conference and got to talk to them, develop a rapport. You really get a chance to see people in a less formal setting, and you can really learn a lot and have the opportunity to get mentored by people when you're kind of outside of that. I think it's even more important now with the challenges that we face. We know we're under pressures for budget and force structure, and that's going to be the reality for the next several years. These organizations are our voice, whether it's with federal or state decision makers. And being involved helps us to understand the issues and helps us take care of our soldiers and airmen.